Hey, it's Jordan. I just want to give a quick little intro to this video, a bit different than normal. We just went through the great Bricklink shutdown of 2023, or whatever you want to call it, the 5 days when Bricklink had unusual activity and so forth. There was a lot of speculation, a lot of complaining, a lot of back and forth, people trying to demand that they get compensated for the lost time, class action lawsuit threats and such, and just crazy the amount of caring that went on, or craziness that went on about everything. So this video, everything takes place before it. The next one will have a brief mention of it just because it actually took place during it. I'm a little behind on this. Kids have been sick, wife has the flu right now. Halloween, we put up our holiday decorations, which to some people is a travesty. We like to have our Christmas tree and lights and everything up through Thanksgiving and everything, just because we love Christmas time, and we feel like the month between end of Thanksgiving and Christmas isn't enough time to enjoy it all. So been busy past few days. So this video will end on Halloween time. Just want to say thank you for all the views. Thanks for supporting the channel. I get messages now and then, just people saying that they enjoy watching it. So I just want to say thank you for that. And let the video roll. And I meant to add thank you very much to the Bricklink team, to Brick Freedom. I think his name is Steve, and the work that he did to make sure syncing worked great between Brickout and Bricklink when things got restored. So just a big thanks to all the people involved to help make sure that once things did come back up, that things were smooth and there was not a whole lot of errors and extra work for people. I'm sure some people have to suffer through that, but at least for me and a lot of other people that I heard through the Discord and such, that it was a seamless starting back up process. So thank you to all who worked on that.
Well, I came down this morning to see this thing had fallen down. So that's unfortunate. Tries to get back, but I'm sure it'll just fall down again later. It's probably just not a great surface. The bottom of the drawer. And the adhesive seemed pretty good. Those stayed on, all three of them. Editing the video that I'm going to be uploading today, which by the time you see what this clip is for, that video will be out probably for a week. I could probably, I can really screw into there. I mean, I could do some duct tape. Well, we'll see. If that doesn't work, that doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Well, I was thinking this morning, hey, I could get going on the Green Grocer and start building that, make sure I have it. It's going to be a Walking Dead post-apocalyptic style, just because so many of these bricks have just lots of discoloring, yellowing. Look at that. I think it's intense. But as I'm starting, I'm like, all right, well, I don't have any of these dark blue gray tile, so maybe that's in the bulk bin that this set was a part of. The seller had stuck all of these pieces together, but then in the bulk bin there was a lot more of the 1x2 bricks, so those are back in that bucket back there. Then there's, so I'm like, all right, I'll skip those. Let's not worry about that. I'll get to the next one. Then I'm like, over here there's dark green. There's no dark green in this bucket, so it's somewhere in a big giant tote of bulk. Okay, fine. Let's see what else is on the list. There's dark red. I have no dark red here. I have no dark tan here, which there's 16 dark tan tiles. They're not in here. So I'm at this point, I'm like, do I even care enough about it? Do I want to just push it off again until something else is needed? Do I want to fish out the specifics like these, where some of them are still color damaged, and just list those as B grade? The 1x8 sand greens are also fairly rare, and they're a few bucks a piece, but most of them, there's a comparison in the color, which sand green itself is already a messy color, but that one's got some radial scratches of some sort, and they all are like just lots of micro scratchies across them, which that entire order had. It was an eBay thing, but anyhow, I'm kind of at a loss of what to do. I think for now, I'm just gonna put all this back in here, shelve it for another time. I have other things I can do that is better expenditures of my time at the moment. I like the idea of a post-apocalyptic green grocer mock, but I don't have most of the parts that I need right now, and I don't have time to go build and fish and stuff like that. So I guess for now, we'll go back into the bin. I've been parting out all of those sets. This lovely bunch is all supposed to fit in one drawer, so I'm gonna have to divide that up later. The other Halloween set parts I've divided up in there. The little dots poly pack is basically stuff I had or I divided down. So I got the spring ones. I went ahead and just put it into brick store, and so the 4 spring ones will part out at about 120 bucks, and the other ones, the 4, however many Halloween ones, the dots one, I'll part out to about 165. So I need to actually take apart the poly packs for the spring one, and then start putting them in the drawers. No new lots here, stuff I already had. The Halloween ones added actually a fair amount of lots, so that was cool, especially the new Halloween ones. But yeah, so I'm gonna go eat some breakfast first, and then I'm gonna put this in, upload everything together, and that will be a nice chunk. Let's see, so that's 556 parts from the spring packs and 554 parts from the dots and the Halloween packs. So that's a nice 1,100 parts going into the store. This will bring our total up to just shy of 95,000. So that's cool. We're getting closer to that goal. Got about, today's the 30th, so I'm just kind of counting till Thanksgiving / end of November. If I can have it by end of November, I'm good to have 100,000 parts. But watch, someone's going to order 1,000 parts of something and just keep me from getting to that 100K. But we'll see. Cheers. Mail call. Let's dig in one-handed. Or not. Email orders, Bricklink orders. I'm not even quite sure what we're gonna get. Let's see what we get. Star Wars figs. Cool. Like some issues. But yeah, anyway, you get what you get. What's my kids say? You get what you get. You don't put your fit. Another. Okay. Oh, mine's super random. So I'm used to opening these scissors like this because these are not like super duper sharp. It does just fine for this kind of thing. Well, my wife has a pair of scissors upstairs. I did this. I sliced my finger clean open. Not to the bone or anything, but sliced my finger open. And it took like 2 weeks to actually heal. So I learned my lesson. So check before I do that. Here we go. Nope, point the camera in the right place. It's like Gilderoy, original Gilderoy. Bunch of different figs and stuff. Things look pretty good spot. Oh, look at that guy. Those are getting rarer. There's some nice stuff in there. Let's see, got somewhere. Secure some trail mix. Should be the only thing in here. Yeah. So 2 eBay orders in. And this last one should be also eBay, but it's this one's for me. So I love the Winter Village stuff, but it's also freaking expensive. Nope, I'm up here too. I do the same thing, so no big deal. Ta-da. So, new sealed in box. Box is damaged, but I don't care. But there's like 3 or 4 different mocks of this set for a Winter Village. And if you just don't put on the stickers, there's really nothing that makes it specifically Harry Potter. So this was $50 to my door. So I'll be able to turn that into the start of my Winter Village. Good morning. It is Tuesday, Halloween, October 31st. I finally took out the bricks, sorted those down a little bit between last night and this morning. So it should definitely help get a lot closer to that 100,000 goal. Funnily enough, last night we had yesterday, the weather was like 75, 80 degrees on the 30th. And today I woke up and we have a freeze warning. That'll be more for tonight. But would have trick-or-treating yesterday, probably would have been sweaty. Trick-or-treating tonight, we might be shivering. That's the weather around here. You just never know what you're going to get. But yeah, quite a few different kinds of lots. I'll start putting in some of these, probably those. I'm going to switch over all of the bricks from drawers into probably bag system, just like I did with the plates and such, just to free up a lot more space. Some of these specialty bricks will probably just have their own drawer or drawer shared with a couple things. Like these two, the fluted or whatever that is kind, and the ones without the center support could go in one drawer together. The masonry and the rounded ones could go. The
little vented, fluted, whatever kind, they can get their own drawer. But beyond that, all the rest of these things can start going into an overflow bin situation, just because they take up a lot of space in an actual drawer, and I'd rather use the wide drawers for minifig parts and such. And there we have it. Before I do anything with those bricks, I've got 3 orders I want to pick and get out. Got 4 items, 3 items, 2 items, 1 lot. This one is almost a pound. So, well, not almost. Over half a pound. So I'm trying to remember what it was from looking up stuff. But let's pick them. All right. Oh, and that drawer bin thing, it keeps falling down. So I'm probably going to either do some hot glue or something to stick it up and more permanently adhere it, or something. So I love the use of the drawer. I think it's a great option. It's a little, it's falling. That's what I did. All right. 167. On chair. That's order B. Is there anything new in this? Because there's one new thing. That in there. Makeup keyboard. D236. I got 1 transbright green. Also B. D283. This is for someone on the Discord who messaged me a bit for looking to just get a few different pieces. So he's got some instructions. That's what makes it heavy. I gotta check how I've got the instructions set up in there. I can't remember. Those didn't last too long. Oh, it's nice. Prefer not to have stuff sitting around, especially higher dollar items. Okay. My hope is that those will fit into one of those bigger boxes that I have. But we shall see. Funny things, I gotta look it up, but I can't remember if I bought those because I saw I had the parts for the ship and bought the instructions to do it, or if I had instructions to start with. Pretty sure I bought them, so I should follow up and see what I actually bought them, paid for them, see if I made anything or if I lost money overall. Alright. Figure 01, and it's next 37. Thanks for the assist cart. There, let's see. Oh, I got it right. 7. And I bought the 2 of those canopies, which are 15 piece, so that is handy dandy. Nothing from there. Overflow 4. And where those went into, yeah, just their own. Yep, there we go. There's one more down there. 1, 2 for order C. There's something else in order C? No, not yet. Okay. That's all they wanted. Cool. Order C is done. Alright, let's see those back down there. Wide 46. 46. These were when I bought my one
to be able to toss on my green goblin down over. Yeah. I then got an order, or I got a piece of mail a little bit later that had 2 of these just inside it. And I was like, I only ordered the one. They told me to keep it. So these are 100% profit. As long as I can open them. There. There. As long as it's protected online, because it's new quality, untouched. Nair put up on the head. So 146 or 104. It's funny when I edit my own videos, I find just the number of verbal mistakes that I make. The last one I put up, there was, I can't think and dig at the same time. Go. The last video, I was picking some bricks. I think it was the individual lot order. And so I picked out, I was like, all right, I need a 2x4. And you look on the screen and it was a 1x4 clearly. But then I picked what was correct. I just verbally said it wrong. And then the very next piece was flipped. It was a 2x4. And I said, all right, a 1x4. I picked it correct because I watched the video and saw what I actually needed. But apparently I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. All right, that's what A. Your next nights. B, just the saber in the hair. And the instructions. Okay. Cool. Maybe those are in there. That's the Obi-Wan hair and blade. Ironically enough, these from the clone gunship are going to a different order. They're going to C. Instructions are going to B. But, all things good. And there we go. 3 orders picked. Well, the instructions just fit. Just slightly pushing on the edge, but that's not going to do anything to them. I almost feel like I got to put this in a big, big bright envelope. But that keep everything from bouncing around too much. And there we go. These boxes are great. It comes super handy. They're 11 by 7, 10 by 7, something like that. Okie dokie, working on those 2 eBay hauls of minifigs. The combined total that I paid was $257. So I've been pulling out some of the best ones, determining what needs to go here. There's a couple of them, like Gilderoy Lockhart, I don't have the head for, and the Dareth printed legs had the wrong head. There's one more I thought. Maybe not. The Grievous had a great cave, just that tiny little mark there on the side, but there's like no fraying. It's just lovely shape. This is why you always check your own store. I apparently had a Gilderoy Lockhart head. I didn't realize that I had this when I had checked earlier. I guess I wasn't logged in to Bricklink. So when I went looking for it to see if it was in my inventory already, it showed I didn't. But if you're not logged in, as Bricklink likes to log itself out sometimes, then you would have no idea. So I now have a complete Gilderoy Lockhart version 1. So that makes the Dareth head the only thing that I need so far out of everything. And I already placed that order this morning with Bricks from Colorado. They had a head plus a bunch of other stuff that I needed anyway, so works out nicely. So one thing I'm thinking of doing, and perhaps this clip is more verbal processing, I have some of these figs where I need like one part, like for instance Lockhart until I had his head, but the Dareth with his head is on order,
Then I've got Mon Mothma, who needs a white cape to finish her out. It's just a regular white cape. They're not very expensive, like $2 for a new one. But needs that to finish her to be complete. Well, instead of sticking her off to the side, because I've got this thing here where I keep stuff in that's waiting for a part or whatnot, and not even everything in here I have gone through and determined. Like Explorer Series 2, I don't think I've got his other bits in a wish list. So for the ones that do, like Mon Mothma, who else do I have? I know I have Blackbeard's head on a wish list. It's just not very common, so it doesn't really hit, and I haven't bothered to try to get it specifically. But get them into Brickstore listed, but use, and I'm sure this is probably what someone else already does, so it's not even new news. Anyhow, put in a stockroom, and like stockroom B maybe could be the one that has all of that stuff. But then that way, it's already in Bricklink. I've already got the information done. I can stick this in the minifigure location with all the rest of the ones that are actually for sale. Then when I get the cape, or whatever piece is missing, all I do is stick it in here, flip the switch to take it out of the stockroom, and it's good to go. I think that might be a good way to go about it, just to get the kind of keep things flowing a little bit more, having less things in that the other cardboard box, because in there it's easy for things to kind of just sit and be forgotten about. Whereas if I have things in a stockroom, then I can go into Bricklink and just search by what's in the stockroom, and I can take a look easily at that. Whereas the stuff in the other thing isn't even cataloged at all. It's not in the store. It's nothing. It's not in existence as far as the system is concerned. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good way to go about things. I'm going to do that with the stuff that's in this lot first. So right now it's just Mon Mothma and Dareth, and then the rest of the things I can get to at a later time. All right, finally, I have all of the eBay, the 2 hauls put together. I've got things figured out. I've got stuff in some drawers, stuff in some the tilt bins like the Mandalorian Death Watch and the Rebel Troopers, the ones with those funky white helmets. I've got Mothma and Dareth with their items set for stockroom. I'll need to order her cape, but that's not a big deal. Tons of people have it. I already got his head ordered. So all of that. My amount that I spent was $257. There are a couple extras in here. There's a helmet or two that I had it in my drawer that I just decided to go ahead and list. So it's like $10 between the two of those. A couple things like that. Nothing major. But through all of that, we get a total of $617 with 75 items. So pretty good. That's over 2x. Even not counting the few extra items that I put in there from stuff. It comes to the 2x, which is I think pretty good for mostly Star Wars figs off eBay nowadays. Seems like most everything is pretty well highly bid on or picked over on eBay. So I was happy to bump that up some. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded, put away the figs, and then that will be all done and set and ready for all of those bricks to be started uploaded.